You enter into the classroom, ask them about their homework in case they could meet the person who inspires them the most. And then you ask the class, has anyone in the class scored less than 10%? And I'm asking this to all of you now. How many of you in your school days scored less than 10%? None of you. I have all studious people. Now, imagine that you study and in a subject, the teacher gives you 90% straight away. Out of 100 marks, 90 marks is granted. And then the teacher says, you have to study only to score out of 10. So out of 100, 90 is given. Now you have to study only for 10 marks. Would you love that teacher? Would you love that subject? Or would you say, kya bakwas hai yaar, 10 mark ke liye padhna pad raha hai, अच्छा hai. Useless teacher and useless education system. How would you feel if the teacher gives you 90% and the teacher expects you to study only for 10%? Would you like it? Would the teacher reduce the syllabus? Absolutely reduced syllabus. ये एकदम छोटा syllabus है. 90% is already given. Only 10% you have to solve. 90% is already given. Will you have any doubts of failing or passing? No. Will you be confident you will pass? The truth of life is, the equation of life is, the reality of life is, 90% of our life is wonderful and beautiful. And the struggles that we have is less than 10%. Now, before I go ahead of myself, let me first share with you what has been my 10% in my life. When you go to the classroom, you will speak about your 10% in your life. What has been my 10%? In class 5, I went up the stage for the first time. We had a play called Laurel and Hardy. You remember those cartoon characters? Laurel would be that dublu patlu and Hardy would be the fat fellow. And there is no marks for guessing what was the role I was given. Obviously, I was made Hardy. I went up the stage. I slipped and fell on the stage. And I promptly forgot all my lines. I looked at Laurel and said, next dialogue is yours. And Laurel is saying, your dialogue. From the wings, my English teacher is prompting me, Mrs. Sapna Ghosh, Naren, it's your dialogue. And I say, no ma'am, it is his dialogue. And this is on the stage. 3,000 people in the audience. So many people laughed. And for the next few months, as I would go to the water cooler in our school, people will whisper, "Arey, tera dialogue hai." I was ragged for the next few months. Wherever I went by, people telling somebody else, "Arey, ye tera dialogue hai," loud enough for me to hear it. It was really miserable, but it was a part of the 10% of my life. I forgot my lines, and today I'm supposed to be a good communicator. When I went through that incident, I thought, I will never go up the stage. I will never do public speaking. This is not my cup of tea. This is not meant for me. I cannot handle embarrassment. People are not nice. They rag you. They are merciless. Those were the thoughts in those moments. Today, I believe this is what I am born for. I believe people are very nice. And I love doing the work that I do. When I was a child, in our family, we used to get 25 paise as pocket money. And in that 25 paise, we have to manage the shock that we had. You know, मेरे को खाने पीने का शौक था. And the 25 paise was never sufficient for me. Those days, one plate of pani puri would be 10 paise. And 2 plates wouldn't be enough for me. Then there would be in Calcutta jhalmudi. Let's say the watered down version of the bhelpudi. And I wouldn't have money for all that. Then there will be nimbu pani and I won't be able to buy anything. 25 paise is insignificant and very insufficient. Mummy and Papa would put some money in front of the gods that we had at home. And I would go and tell God, I am so sorry, but I think you don't need the money because you're not taking this money anyway for so many days. When I earn it, I will return it to you. And I would steal money from there. Now that is okay. One of those days as I was stealing, suddenly I heard Papa coming up behind and I put that money in my pocket. Went to the bathroom and hid the money behind the kerosene dabba, thinking, chalo dhire dhire har Sunday ko thoda nikalenge. I did that on a Sunday morning, went to play. When I came back, everybody was very angry at home. Kisne paisa chura ke yahan rakha hai? And obviously, I was very innocent. Maine kidhar kiya? Papa took out the cricket stumps and told, I will beat all the children today till the child who has stolen the money tells that, okay, I stole this money. I still did not say I have stolen. In fact, I turned to my brother Ashok and told him, Bhaiya, aapko to maar khane ki aadat hai, because he would be beaten often by Papa. Why don't you simply accept that you stole the money so that we can, we won't get beaten anymore. Bhaiya being Bhaiya, immediately told Papa, haan, maine paisa churaya. And Papa said, nahi, tune nahi churaya. Because tu aaj bathroom mein nahi gaya tha. Bathroom mein ek hi insaan gaya tha, Naren. Then I cursed my father, saying, jab pehle se malum tha, to kai ko subah se maar rahe ho? But probably the last time in my life when I stole 10% of my life. We lost all the money. We were pretty well off. I went with my mother to sell 200 tolas of sona that she had. And I cried a lot. I can't save my mother's ornaments also. What a useless son I am. And I kept telling myself, you're a useless son. You can't even save your mother's ornaments. In a few months, my elder brother and younger sister got married. And in the marriage, my uncles disrespected my mother a lot. Because suddenly overnight we were poor. So she was tremendously disrespected. Once again, I felt so helpless in my life. I was a good student, head boy of my school, topper in the boards. Couldn't study after that because we had no money to pay the fees for the school. When I started my first business, I wanted about 10 lakh rupees. From my earlier employment, I had got a bonus of 5.25 lakhs. I went to Papa and said, I've earned that 5.25 lakhs, which I gave to you, and I'm starting this business. So please give me the money. He gave me only 1.25 lakhs, saying, isse zyada tere upar bharosa nahi. And a part of me said, अरे मैंने 5.25 लाख रुपए कमा के दिया है, 10 मांग रहा हूं, कम से कम 5.25 तो दे दो. But he gave only 1.25 lakh, part of 10%. When I began training, it was a 16-session training program. I completed all the content I had by the 15th session. I did not know what to take in the 16th session. My content was not enough. And I was so nervous in the beginning of the 16th session. कि आज बात क्या करूंगा, क्लास क्या लूंगा? It was a part of my 10%. Every time I went through 10%, it looked like life is going to be horrible. But eventually, all of these 10% had huge opportunities and turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful blessing in my life. What I realized with this is, in life, when there are no challenges, you and me can only read history. No challenges, no history. But in life, when you have overcome challenges, you start creating history. As I lived my life, I met people, I heard stories, and that made me realize I'm seeing 10% as my whole life. Actually, there is 90% which is so huge, which I'm taking for granted. My thinking changed with these people. My brother was bad in studies. He failed in the 2nd standard, 4th standard, 6th standard, 8th standard. Every alternate year he would fail. And he would get beaten up mercilessly by my father, because my father thought, if you're not a good student, you're a horrible human being. I have seen my brother go through so much trauma. And yet, my brother has the purest heart of any human being I've ever met in my life. Always eager to help, always eager to give, and he holds no grudges whatsoever. When I see my brother, I realized my life compared to him is very easy. We had a neighbor in the factory called Hari Babu. He had 6 sisters and 4 daughters. Our factory and Hari Babu's factory was next to each other. And I seen he living his entire life only doing service to his sisters-in-laws and then to his daughters. Worked 7 days a week, no holidays. While he was a good human being, socially it was extremely difficult for him. I realized we don't have to go through that. My life is much better. Even though we met a huge financial loss in 1988, I've never seen my father having self-doubts. He has always been an epitome of courage with this self-belief that ho jayega, kar lenge. I've never seen him despondent or doubtful कि कल अच्छा होगा कि नहीं. And the way my father would look at life made me believe he has nobody, but I have him. So life अच्छा ही है अपना. When I came to Pune, I went to the railway station to say bye-bye to a group of friends who had come for the first batch of Pune. They were going to Hyderabad and the train from Bombay was arriving at Pune station around 2:30. So I went to the station in the night to see them off. And I saw something which made me smile and cry at the same time. I don't know whether you know this or not, but poor people in winter, they put newspapers inside their clothes. They don't have blankets to keep themselves warm. And it seems newspapers are an extraordinary source of warmth. They would stuff their body with newspapers and then go off to sleep. It shook me that in cold December nights, people in our city who are sleeping on the platforms are putting newspapers inside so that they don't die out of cold. And I realized, yaar, my life is much better, yaar. Itna kharab bhi nahi hai. In batch 4, there is this guy called Nitin Borade who did the batch. Batch 4 is the batch which gave us Tahir Bhai, Joe, and it was an extraordinary batch. In one of the sessions, Nitin Borade shared with us that he studied engineering without buying a single book. He would only borrow books. His father was a laborer in Koel, Kirloskar Oil Engines Limited, and he would offload materials from the truck which comes. So his father had told him, either I can pay for your books or I can pay for your tuition fees. One of the two. I can't pay for both. So Nitin told you, pay for the tuition fees, I'll manage the books. So let's say if Pritesh Gandhi is also studying along with Nitin Borade, Nitin would go to Pritesh and say, hey Pritesh, what time will you sleep tonight? And if Pritesh would say around 11, Nitin would say, can I come to your home at 10:45 and borrow your books and tell me what time you will wake up? Pritesh would say 6. He'll say, okay, by 5:45, I'll be outside your house with your books back. He has studied his entire engineering by borrowing books in the night like this from other students inside the classroom. And he passed out engineering with distinction. मतलब अपनी लाइफ इतनी खराब नहीं है. Moti Punjabi would say they were refugees from Pakistan after independence. And in a 10 by 10 room, 13, 14 people would sleep. And he would say, अगर एक इंसान को खांसी होती थी ना, पूरे परिवार को नींद नहीं आती थी. So we lived in abject poverty. And I said, यार अपना किस्मत बहुत अच्छा है, इतना खराब नहीं है. We have a darling of a darling life schooler whose name is Milind Mehta. Milind survived his childhood by selling newspapers. And I'm sure many of you have similar stories. And when I met these people, knew about their stories, my life changed. Till then, I was thinking that I have only struggles in life because of the 10% which I saw. And now, by meeting these people, I realized life इतना खराब नहीं है. In the beginning of training, I had this guy called Yogesh. Yogesh was albumin, completely white in color, all white hair, completely white skin. Yogesh would silently come in the class, sit, attend the session, and go. Those days, the sessions would be 6 to 9:30 p.m. And after the class would be over, some students would stay back and some other students will come. So remember those times, Mots would come, Tayarbai would come, Priti Sangvi, Sanjay Sangvi, and all these people would just drop in. Around 9:15, 9:20, sometimes with dhokla, sometimes with samosa, sometimes with sitafal milkshake. And since they were coming with goodies, I never discouraged anyone. And then we'll sit and chat till 10:15, 10:30, 10:45 about what happened in the class today. What was a new thing that happened in the class today? And it used to be amazing. One of those days, all of us were sitting inside and speaking. I felt somebody is outside. I told Deepak Shinde that just look who's outside. Deepak went and said, Yogesh is standing there. I said, why is Yogesh standing there? Asked Yogesh to come inside. And Yogesh said, Naren, I have something very important to discuss with you. May I? I said, is it okay if these people are there or you want to speak with me one-to-one? He said, if they are there, it's okay. And then Yogesh said something which was a hair-raising experience in my life. Yogesh said, Naren, whatever you write on the board, I can't see. I'm 90% blind. I can make out outlines. But if I have to read something, I have to keep it so close to my eyes. And with those thick glasses, half an inch thick glasses. He said, Naren, I was not born like this. When I was born, my vision was absolutely okay. But when I was in the third standard, my eyesight started failing me. First time I failed in Hindi. And that was because I could not even read the question paper. Forget about giving the answers. So I got 0. And then I came home with the report card. My father was sad. My mother gave me a lot of condolence. Nobody said anything because not my fault, right? I couldn't even read the question paper. And I was also pretty cool and chilled about it. Chalo, Hindi nahi padna padega. And I went to sleep. That night, he said, I woke up with a sense of horror. I saw in my dream that no girl wants to marry me. No company wants to give me a job. Nobody wants to be my friend. The world is not going to give me sympathy because I am 90% blind. When I'm 90% blind, my parents will take care of me. But who would want to marry a 90% blind man? And which company will give me a job? Nobody will give me a job. Because I'm 90% blind, somebody is not going to give me a great pay. They'll make me a watchman in the company, maybe at the reception. So he said, I woke up with my body fully in sweat. I got so scared. What will happen to me? Next morning, when my parents woke up, I told them, I cannot make my lack of vision as an excuse for me to fail. Because I want to succeed in life. And if I accept this as the reason why I can't succeed, I will anyway end up as a failure. And I don't want to fail. I want respect. I want love. I want adulation. I want admiration. I want people to come to me. I want to be famous. And if I say, nahi yaar, teko to dikhta nahi hai yaar, koi baat nahi. And he used those words, bloody hell, I'll fail. In fact, I won't fail. I have failed if I accept that this is my destiny. Next day, they went to the principal and asked the principal, if a blind child has to be the board topper, what are the permissions they require from the board? Are there any rules and regulations, etc., etc.? It seems you can speak the answers and somebody can write the answers. And those days in the audio cassette, you have to record the answers as somebody's writing. And along with the answer sheet, you can send that audio tape. Yogesh stood second in the boards in class 10. He appeared for CAT exams. He scored 99.93 percentile. He got invited by all the IIMs to study. And he chose to study in IIM Jokha, that is Calcutta. Yogesh told us, Naren, I'm not saying all this to talk to you about my life, but I'm just giving the context. Right now, I'm working as a purchase manager in a textile exporting company. And since I am bad with vision, I'm very good with my touch. So I'm purchasing the fabric. I am a merchandiser over there. I purchase the fabric and then we manufacture. And he said, 2 days ago, I have got a job opportunity from Bangladesh where I will be the country manager for an American firm which gets a lot of stuff manufactured in Bangladesh. For those of you who don't know, Bangladesh exports more textiles than India does. And Bangladesh's quality is impeccable and extraordinary. So he said, I've got a job opportunity to head the American operations of a company in Bangladesh. With my lack of eyesight, I'm not sure whether I'll get another opportunity like this in life or not. I'm a little confused. And I asked him, what's your confusion? He said, they've asked me to report within 7 days. If I go there, then I won't be able to complete the course. But if you tell me, then I will say no to them because I completely trust you, Naren. You tell me what should I do. My mind is not working. I'm loving doing the batch of Let's Explore with you. I'm loving what I'm learning. I'm loving the inner transformations which is happening to me. But I'm a little confused because I also know I don't have eyesight. You know, my darling friends, right now I'm doing batch 137 and from Tuesday we start batch 138. In 137 batches, there is only one person to whom I have told it's okay if you drop out. And that is Yogesh. I told Yogesh, it's okay if you drop out. I understand. We hugged and then Yogesh just looked around like this because 90% blind. He told all of them, I have only one request from all of you and Naren. If we ever cross paths, please call out my name. I will recognize your voice. But if you don't call out my name, I won't even know that I have just passed you. Because I can't see. So if we ever meet, please do call out, hey Yogesh, I will recognize your voice. And I realized, yaar, what a beautiful life we have. We can see, we can connect, we can enjoy. And can you imagine the life of Yogesh? When I meet people like this, I realize, boss, अपने को तो 90% उसने मस्त दिया लाइफ. 10%, some challenges here and there. And I realized 90% of my life is good. And the challenges I have are less than 10%.
I realized he has gifted me with a life where he has already given me 90% marks. Matlab, for this 90%, I did not have to work, I did not have to struggle, I did not have to put effort. It has been given to me. Like in the beginning of the class, when I was saying, how would you like it if your teacher gives you 90%? I think my teacher, my guide, has already given me 90% of life good. Like, though my father was strict, he was very loving. When I completed batch 1 of training in Pune, Papa had come for the graduation ceremony. I was a little late in coming back home because dance was going on. Papa and Bharti came home. And Papa told Bharti, कि देख नंदू जो काम कर रहा है ना इसमें कमाई तो नहीं है, लेकिन प्यार बहुत है, इज्जत बहुत है. तू मेरे को आज एक कसम दे कि लाइफ में अगर कभी तेरे को लगता है ना नंदू के पास पैसे कम है, तो मेरे को सिर्फ फोन करना, मैं चुपचाप तेरे अकाउंट में पैसा भेज दूंगा. नंदू को मत बोलना, वो बहुत खुददार है, वो पैसा नहीं मांगेगा. लेकिन मेरे को एक कसम दे कि लाइफ में कभी भी अगर जरूरत पड़े तू मेरे को फोन करके पैसे मांग लेना. क्योंकि पैसे कमाने का काम तो पूरी दुनिया करती है, लेकिन जो मेरा नंदू कर रहा है ना, वो दुनिया नहीं कर सकती है. वो लोगों की जिंदगी बदल रहा है. तो पैसे तो मैं कमा ही रहा हूं, मैं भेज दूंगा. I mean, I am 30 years old and my father is saying, you want to follow your passion, go ahead and follow your passion. Because what you're doing makes a difference to the world. If necessary and whenever necessary, I'll send the money across. I was doing really well in my life. I was 28 years old and that year I earned 32 lakhs. 1996, 97, when a 20-year-old boy is earning 32 lakhs, it's quite a significant amount. We bought a home for my parents at 42 lakhs. And I was zipping in my life. First year of business, I did about 1.5 crores. Next year, we did 3.5 crores. Third year, I did about 11 crores. And fourth year, I had an order in my hand for 42 crores and 44 lakhs from a power plant. With a guaranteed income of 3%, that year I would have earned 1 crore plus. And the previous year, I just earned 32 lakhs. So I was zipping in life. My earning was tripling and quadrupling every year. And at that point of time, this question came, if I have all the money in the world, what would I like to do? And the answer was, if I have all the money in the world, I wouldn't do business. I would like to make a difference. I would like my life to count. My life should not be about how much I have. My life should be about how much I give. My life should not be about what I consume. My life should be about what I contribute. I decided to move into training, but I couldn't take this decision without my darling wife Bharti's help. Because I'm not alone anymore. I'm a husband, I'm a father, and they have as much say in my life as much as I have. So I went to Bharti and very tentatively asked her, darling, business में मजा नहीं आ रहा, पैसे बहुत हैं. Can you imagine in 1998, if a young boy of 28, 29 is earning 1 crore plus, how would it be? बोले पैसे तो बहुत है, मजा नहीं आ रहा. My heart wants me to go into training. In training, my entire turnover for 5 years will not be the amount of money that I can earn this year. If I move into training, I will never be able to take you to a 5-star hotel for lunch or dinner. We will only have to eat in the tapris. If we move into training, we will never be able to fly. We will travel by second class 3-tier. If you move into training, I won't be able to buy even 1 gram of gold jewelry for you. And we'll have to do with maybe artificial jewelry. Chalega tere ko? It was asking for a very, very big sacrifice from us. Because why should she get let go of the luxurious, beautiful life that she is living? Without a moment's hesitation, Bharti told me 2 things. Naren, for the quality of husband you are, the quantity of money you earn is not important. And 2, I'm an educated girl. If necessary, I will earn and run the family. You do what you love to do. And if people's lives can be better, there cannot be a better way to live our own life, right? तो पैसे की चिंता मत करो, मैं पढ़ी लिखी हूं ना, मैं कमा के घर चला लूंगी. I'm so blessed to have a wife who's my strength, and who stood by me in all these times, always with a smile on her face. My 90%. And I have an amazing elder daughter, Jo, who's my pride. And she's my fallback option for everything. If there is one person in the world who believes in me more than I believe in myself, that is she. Every time I look into her eyes, I see she's seeing this person will do something significant in this world.
For Bharti, it was complete trust. For Joe, it is complete vision. How blessed I am. What a beautiful life I have. I have a fit body.
My cousin died out of cancer at a young age of 23. And I have a fit body. I mean, I can't say I have done something to deserve this body. This is his gift. This is 90%. Why do some people get cancer and many of us don't? Why so many people went away in COVID and you and me are still here? What are we complaining about? मतलब चल क्या रहा है? We are blessed. You know, I have such an extraordinary life. My life is filled with love and laughter. Love and laughter. And the other day I was speaking with Asmita and I asked her, Asmita, ऐसा चाहिए तो हो सकता है क्या? She said, anything for you. पूछने का क्या है? You know, when I have people in life who are unconditional, we have been given that 90% marks without sitting for any test and any exam. And the 10% is what we need to face and overcome. I have all of you. Such a fantastic team who believes in keep moving movement, who take time out year after year. The schools sometimes have certain whims and the timings change. Sometimes enough students are not there. But you still stretch yourself and you are a person of commitment and you go out there and excel. In our own way, we are attempting to make this world a better place to live in. And some of you like Prashant because you've been there for 15, 20 years, year after year. Anil, Harshad. What more would somebody want from life? I also believe I am one of those people who's blessed. I have things that money can buy, and I have all those things which money cannot buy. I read a statement the other day which said, he is very poor, he only has money. And I'm blessed, I have all the things which money cannot buy. I sleep in 5 seconds. And I wake up also in 5 seconds. That is as important as sleeping in 5 seconds. I know some people take 15, 20 minutes to wake up. For them, it's World War III every morning on their bed. I sleep well. I remember it was batch 13, if my memory is right. A guy called Tarachand Sanghvi came to do the batch. And when I met him, he said, I want to meet Naren. Fair enough. He came to office and I said, okay, tell me a little about your life. He said, Naren, wo sab rehne do. मेरे को कोर्स के बारे में कुछ मत बताओ. I have only one question for you. If I do the batch, will I be able to sleep in the night? He takes 2 Valium every night, around 10:30, 11, and then he gets sleep around 3:30 in the morning. He said, just tell me yes or no. If you say yes, I will come and do the batch. मेरे को नींद चाहिए. I don't know what is sleep. And I have all the money in the world, but I don't have sleep. I know some of you are saying, Naren, we have so much sleep, we can give a little to Tarachand. And there must be some friends, na? इतनी नींद आती है. I can see miracles in small things. I can look at a blooming flower and cry. I can see a mother and a child hugging each other and I can cry. I see a husband and wife holding hands with all the love and I cry. I cry a lot. And all these tears are tears of completeness and gratitude because I can see so much beauty in these small, small things. I feel hungry in my spirits. I don't rest on the past laurels ever. It's all about if I'm alive today, there is a meaning and purpose in the today and the tomorrow which is coming, not in the yesterday. किधर से आए ये सब क्वालिटीज? मैंने मेहनत करके नहीं बनाया है. It's a part of 90%. You know, if you have a job, be extremely grateful for it. It's a part of your 90%. If you have a home to go back to, if you have a place to sleep and it's not the platform of Pune railway station, your heart should be filled with gratitude. It's a part of your 90%. You can attend these sessions and every alternate Sunday we are learning so much about our life. Priceless. It's a part of your 90%. You are in India. Imagine you in Afghanistan. I went to Bombay the other day to a dentist along with Mukul, Swapnil and Aushu. And there we met a doctor who is from Afghanistan. And he says, my whole family is underground. And our house has been taken over by the Taliban, and it is a check post for them now. Imagine one day somebody comes to your house, pushes you out and says, now it's a check post, get lost. And you say anything? In your own country, to the new rulers, if this is what happens. For the students, if they have a school to come to and they are not beggars on the road that you see in every signal, it's a part of the 90%. Yes, some children can be from very poor schools. But I remember when I had come to Pune initially, I went to this school called St. Patrick's School, St. Patrick's Cathedral, next to the racecourse. And the first session, KMM session, was taken by me over there. In the first session, there was a boy who was very enthusiastic, very excited. In the second session, that boy was not there. I asked the father, Father, I'm not seeing that guy whose name was Manish. I'm not seeing Manish today. Kya baat hai? Manish nahi hai. He said, nahi, Manish abhi school nahi aayega. I said, kya ho gaya? He was very sharp. He said, nahi, his baap is a drunkard. And he took the child out from school saying, ye idhar padhai karne aata hai, kamayega kaun? And he's taken his son out of the school. Do you know, our gods did not have an easy life? Krishna, his life was easy. Ram, his life was easy. Jesus, his life was easy. Prophet Muhammad, life was easy. Guru Nanak, life was easy. Guru Tej Bahadur, life was easy. Arjun Singh, life was easy. The rule of life is there will always be a 90%, which is actually super, brilliant, very good, awesome, worthy of celebrations. It has laughter, it has love, it has care, it has affection, it has blessings, it has opportunities. All of us have a 90%, which is extraordinary, and it is a gift of the Creator to our life. I didn't do anything to deserve a father who says, ऐसा नहीं होना, मेरे को बोल देना, मैं भेज दूंगा. I didn't do anything to deserve a wife like Bharti. And I didn't do anything to deserve a child like Joe. Blessed. The law of life says, I will give you 90%, which is extraordinary. 90% marks given. Now I'll also give you 10%. 10% are the challenges and the exams and the setbacks and the pain and the fear and the uncertainty. How a person deals with this 90% and 10% will reflect the life of that human being in times to come. Human beings can be divided into two categories. Category number one, they are glass. The moment there is something in the 10% which comes, they break. They become sad, they start complaining, this is not okay, that is not okay, life is not good, things are unfair, why this did not happen, why that happened. Fundamentally, they have a lot of complaints in life. There are also people who are largely sad, every now and then get angry, scream and shout, point a finger at others and say, तेरी वजह से मेरी जिंदगी खराब है, तेरी वजह से मेरे को तकलीफ है, तेरी वजह से मेरी जिंदगी में लानत है. This is the glass people. And then there is another category. Diamonds. Because of pressure, they develop, they get created. Isn't it beautiful? Are you a glass or a diamond? When times are tough, do you smile bigger? कि अब मजा आएगा? Or do you start shivering? बाप रे अब क्या होगा? Glass or diamond? Forget about the past. Let's talk about the present and the future. From today onwards, glass or diamond? As KMM volunteers, you don't have an option. Diamond only. And I am the diamond merchant. Kitna maza aayega. All diamonds of different shapes and sizes. Some mature, some immature, some rough diamond, some smooth diamond. क्या वो कोहिनूर? इधर आके देखो, इतने diamonds हैं हमारे पास. I mean, Surat will close down if they know the size of the diamonds we have. Now look at this. You would have read these lines many times in your life. I was in the blues that I had no shoes until upon the street I came across a man who had no feet. Now look at that picture. Same age. One is carrying bags to school, and the other is carrying a bag of rags. Cosmic lottery है कि नहीं है? I was in the blues that I had no shoes. And the shoes can represent anything that you don't have but that you want. Until upon the street, I came across a man who had no feet. And we realize we are so blessed with so many things. If that little something is not there, it's okay. Now here, I come to something very, very powerful for you. Normally in life, what do you complain about? Normally in life, what do you complain about? I'm asking all of you. Let's put it in the chat box. Normally in life, what do you complain about? And let me show you a few immediate small examples. Normally in life, what do you complain about? COVID restrictions. Children in the class, they complain about overparenting. Okay, parents are always hovering like a helicopter. Now, I've written these points purely keeping the children in mind. Huh? So, COVID restrictions, overparenting, online classes are boring, not meeting friends, packed schedule, and stuff like that. In your life, what are your normal complaints? Nobody understands me. Correct. You think God is also saying the same thing? Nobody understands me. Do you think God would be saying the same thing? Nobody understands me. You know? Come to think about it. Somebody shouting at me, ये मेरे साथ क्यों होता है? What to cook every day? Well, when you have a P2 husband, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं? It sounds like Hrithik Roshan. मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं? मैं वैसा क्यों हूं? I am complaining that people don't want to learn. I'm complaining about Harshad not wanting to learn something that I want him to learn. Toxic people around. Why hasn't my chosen career taken off? Why me? My lack of degree, incomplete education, Trupti, lack of degree. 12th pass. अरे उसमें कंप्लेन करने का क्या है? Incomplete education. Someone else seems to have everything. Darling, nobody has everything. Bad roads and infrastructure. भाई तू सिंगापुर चला जा. Anybody who complains that the Kamwali Bai has not come again today without any prior information? Of course, बच्चे नहीं सुनते हैं. What are the chances children have the same thought? ये माँ बाप सुनते क्यों नहीं? I was not chosen. Correct. Sometimes, no, in some activities you want to participate in, like Ganpati is going on in Pune. And if you also wanted to dance, there is already enough people who volunteer to dance and your dance was not chosen. It looks like one big rejection. यार मैंने भी बोला था मेरे को तो लिया ही नहीं. पॉलिटिक्स है उधर, बहुत पॉलिटिक्स है. अगले साल से तो मैं जाएगा ही नहीं उधर. Okay, now let's move to the most beautiful part of the session. 90% of our life is right. 10% is not yet right. This is how life looks. 90% of our life is right. 10% of our life is not right yet. This 10% has the reason for us to be alive, has the seeds of our beautiful future, and in this 10% lies our greatness. Now, let me share with you something which is very critical and very important. I'm giving you an equation of life. 90% plus 10% is 100% of our life. Today, 90% is great, 10% is not. Now, this 10% is what we need to work on to overcome. So the creator says, I've given you 90% marks. Here are 10% issues. This is why you are required on this planet. If you can overcome this, you can create the life you choose to live. If you can overcome this, you will become great. You don't have to overcome 100%. You have to overcome only 10% for you to be great. So the equation of life is, I will give you 90% which is good. All you need to do is get the 10% good with your effort. 90% is effortless. 90% you are given effortless. 10% you need to put efforts. And the beauty is, wherever you are in life, however you are in life, this 10% will always be there in your life. The content of this 10% will change. But the fact that the 10% will be there is a permanent fact. 10% will always be present. Life is all about overcoming the 10%. Remember this statement. Life is all about overcoming the 10%. And if you say that you will not put effort to overcome 10%, and this 10% should also be given to you, then what is the purpose of our life? I mean, why are we alive? So the equation of life is this: 90% is great, 10% is not great yet. 90% plus 10% equals to? No, 90% plus 10% is not equal to 100%. 90% plus 10% will always be equal to 90% plus 10%. Which means this 10% keeps on changing, but this 10% will always be there as a part of your life. So I have dear Amit Varde here. 10 years ago, the issues Amit had are not the issues Amit has today. 5 years ago, the issues Amit had were not the issues Amit had 10 years ago. Today also Amit has challenges. Whether it's about exporting material to UK, whether it's about managing a factory at Latur, the 10% has changed. But if you and me are alive, we will have always a 10%. With the best of your effort, life will not become 100% okay ever. This 10% will always remain. The content of 10% will change. 5 years ago in Keep Moving movement, we were doing it only with live schoolers. So the 10% was, how do we scale? 2020, the issue was not about how do we scale, it was about how do we shift from offline to online. This year, the 10% was not about people being ready to take the sessions on Zoom or not, but how do we get maximum people to engage on the WhatsApp channel? And now the 10% is, how do we get the big players like governments of states to see the value of KMM and make them cooperate? And next year, the 10% will be something else. 5 years down the line, the 10% may be, how do we take KMM international and have KMM programs in many countries? As long as we are alive, we will always have something to overcome, something to look forward to. इसमें थकने की कोई बात नहीं है, इसमें तो जोश की बात है, इसमें तो मकसद की बात है. This is all about the purpose of life today. This is all about the mission that you have for you to be alive on this planet. The equation for life, therefore, will always be 90% plus 10% equals to 90% plus 10%. A junior IAS officer goes to a senior IAS officer and says, I can't believe how inefficient the government works. The senior IAS officer smiles and says, wow, what a brilliant discovery. We must give you an award. After all, somebody found out governments are inefficient. Very nice. The junior IS officer realized there is some sarcasm. And he says, not only that, I have seen issues of favoritism by the officers towards the cronies of the ministers. This is not fair. The senior IS officer smiles and says, I'm so proud of you. This puzzle was not solved by the best minds in the world, and you have been able to solve this puzzle and find out that in politics, there is favoritism. Kya discovery hai? I will recommend for at least a Bharat Ratna for you. मतलब तो मिलना ही चाहिए. क्या डिस्कवरी किया है? मतलब बाकी तो दुनिया में कहीं होता नहीं है, बाकी तो पूरे देश में कहीं होता नहीं है. जहां तुम बैठे हो वहीं फेवरेटिज्म होता है. करेक्ट? And now the junior IS officer said, sir, but what I'm saying is right, hai na? The senior IS officer says, you can continue to be angry, negative, and judgmental. You can continue to be negative, angry, and judgmental. If you choose this option, you will be fired. You will realize you wasted your life studying for IAS, or you will be frustrated every day of your work. If you choose option A, that is continue to be angry, negative, and judgmental and only find faults. ये ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक नहीं है. What you're saying is right. ये सब चीज ठीक नहीं है. But we are much bigger than this. And then he says option B is start having some fun. Make constructive difference. And make the difference in a way that is positive for you and for the people you feel responsible for. In life, there will always be something which is not okay. In your work, there will always be something which is not okay. In your studies, something will always be there which is not okay. With your customers, there will always be something which is not okay. At your home, there will always be something which is not okay. Option A, be angry, be negative, be judgmental. Be angry. Some people think it's glorified to be angry. मैं ऐसे डांटता है ना, कोई मेरे सामने खड़ा नहीं रह सकता. कॉर्पोरेशन के कोई भी टॉयलेट में भी कोई आदमी खड़ा नहीं रह सकता. So you equal to corporation toilet. You can't be excited about the way you get angry. Be negative. Keep blaming, find faults, become sad. Nothing much can happen. Kuch nahi ho sakta. Be judgmental. That person is wrong. This person is wrong. This person is wrong. Have those life of shoulds. He should do that. He should not have done that. She should not have said that. When you focus only on the 10%, you will be angry, negative, and judgmental or scared. If you choose this option, you will have guaranteed misery in your life. Guaranteed misery. Yeah, the students can complain. Too much Zoom, yeah. I don't like online, yeah. My parents are always around me. I have no privacy here. Yeah, right. Let's go to the chawl and visit and see how they survive. Next 2 hours, let's only see what is happening to the women and children in Afghanistan. You think you have problems. It's almost like you saying, I just ate food, now I have to go and wash my hand, yaar. कितना बड़ा problem है life में यार. Option B, start by having fun. मस्ती करेंगे. It begins with the determination to have fun. लगाओ मन, have fun. First have fun. Then make a constructive difference. That's all. You will overcome the 10% of your life. Have fun, make a constructive difference. It's as simple as this. घर में माहौल अच्छा नहीं है, समझ लो मम्मी पापा झगड़ा कर रहे हैं. Make a constructive difference. We need your intelligence not to say what is wrong. We need your intelligence to make it right. Intelligence is not required to point out mistakes. Intelligence is required to help with the solution. So option A, continue to be angry, negative, judgmental, or scared. You choose this option, you will be miserable for the rest of your life. Option B, start by having some fun. Make constructive difference. You will see, you will always be positive in your life. And it helps when you understand 10% is anyway going to be there. So this 10% is never going away. The content of the 10% will change, but this 10% is always there. You know, this guy who was about 78 years old, his friend came home. And this guy is telling his friend, hey, which is that flower that you love the most? So, flower, I loved lotus. No, the other one. Chrysanthemum? No, not that one. Yeah, the other one. That one which comes in red. This is rose. Says, Arey, Rose darling, can you bring chai for us? Forgotten the name of his wife. उम्र के साथ होता है ऐसा. Can you imagine depending on a friend who's come home to find out, यार नाम क्या था, नाम ही याद नहीं आ रहा यार. Moral of the story is, have a name of your life partner as a name which you can easily recall. In old age, if dementia sets in, it will be a smart thing to do. For me, it's very easy. I'll have a map of India. And in that map, I will have Vivekananda. Narendra, Vivekananda's birth name. Nahi samjha. Oh. And it cannot be a coincidence. No? Vivekananda had the same name that I have. Only difference is he gave up on that name. I'm still holding on to it. But I have Vivek and I have Anand. In the class, you drive home this point to children. that 90% plus 10% is equal to 90% plus 10%. In either I can be very judgmental, negative, and angry, or I can start by having some fun. Let me share a picture with you, which is a picture of pure fun. Let me see if I can pull it out in my laptop. Can you see my screen? Look at this picture. How much fun the boys are having. Can you imagine the fun they would have had in making this bike? Don't be gloomy as you see this. Don't say bechara. Look at the beauty. How much fun they must have had in the whole process. Let me stop the session here and ask all of you a simple question. From today onwards, what are the things about which you will stop complaining forever? From today, what are the things for which you will stop complaining? Whether you have been complaining about it for a long time, or every now and then you complain about that. What are the things for which you will stop complaining from today onwards? Beautiful. Keep it rolling. Stop complaining about hair fall. Tahira, hi Ram. But I understand. Some of us might have that pain. Beautiful, beautiful. Very, very nice points. सुनता नहीं है कोई. Beautiful. Height complaints will stop. Acha. OMG. I don't have enough time for everything. So true. For all the mistakes that happened in the past. Oh, beautiful. Wear your mistakes like a badge of honor. Somebody has written, Sarang has written very interestingly. Naren never reading my replies aloud. Sarang, smart fellow. You made that comment which I had to read. Remaining guilty about the past. I'm able to see many people over here who have not typed in anything. There can be only one reason, and that reason you're saying, Naren, I don't complain about anything at all. I mean, complain क्या होता है? मुझे मालूम ही नहीं है. Wife? Did I see somewhere about wife? You complaining about wife, or wife is complaining about you? Wife. Oh. Yeah, that will be another complaint, no? Some people complaining about Wi-Fi and somebody complaining about Wi-Fi. कि पूरी नजर है उसकी मेरे ऊपर. And girlfriend, boyfriends, poor people are complaining that we don't get to meet each other. But I can't say they are poor people because they are not meeting each other, there must be rich people. पैसे बच रहे ना इतने सारे. Should I say poor rich people? Should I stop putting effort? ठीक है, जान दे. People cheat me. Interesting. blaming COVID for every problem. Sanjay, any problem which is happening, we can always blame it on COVID. किसके लिए? COVID की वजह से. Complain about losing business opportunities. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the trick over here is to have that mindset where you say, I won't complain. I will solve. Complaining always makes you feel 90% is not okay in life. I will solve it mindset will make you believe 90% is okay. थोड़ा इसको solve करना. You know what is critical is not to be angry, negative, and judgmental and start by having fun. What is critical is I will start by having fun. You will find people who have a complaint mindset, they don't have fun. In the class, you will make children commit. I will not complain about so and so anymore. But before you go into the class to make the children do that, needless to say, you are going to say, I am not going to complain anymore. Ajay, let me ask you this question. What does it take for one person to say, I will not complain about anything from today onwards? Let's have a discussion. What will it take for anybody to say, from today onwards, I won't complain? Beautiful answers. Wonderful. 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 Oh, wow. Brilliant. Brilliant. All of you are right. Amazing answers. Outstanding. Okay, now tell me, what will stop you from saying, I won't complain anymore? I'm speaking about your life. Let's not theorize. No theories. And this part of the session is only for you. The next 20 minutes is only for you and me. It's not for the kids inside the school. What stops us from saying, I won't complain anymore? And we are not talking about the world. We are talking about you. Your answer should be about you. Naren, I complain because, or I'm not able to stop complaining because. क्या हो सकता है आंसर? Cannot master emotions all the time. Okay, action, self-doubt, beautiful. Laziness, inconvenience, yes. Circumstances, when I witness others more successful, yes. Doubt, feeling powerless, in mind stuff stops me. Also fear, negative attitude, jealous, beautiful. I thank you so much for being so honest. It's not easy to be honest. And I am grateful to each one of you who has the courage to be honest. Trying to take the easy way out. It is easier to put blame than take responsibility. Self-doubt, log kya kahenge, fear of very similar situation, procrastination, lack of confidence. I will stop cursing and just work hard to achieve it. Complaining because okay. Now, if we have to solve this, and if we want to become a fraternity of people who have decided not to complain, and whenever things are not okay or not right, first, we want to have some fun. Then we will make a constructive difference. Now, for this to happen, how can I help you? I'm offering you my help. For you to reach that stage where you say, after that, I won't complain anymore. How may I help you? If somebody is angry because they are scared, you show self-belief and you make them constructively positive. If somebody is very egoistic and is hurting others, you make them respect themselves. You make them feel a little complete. You make them feel like a hero. And their ego might go down a little. So what is missing in their life because of which they are misbehaving is the question. Any misbehavior is attempting to complete an incompleteness within me. All misbehaviors are an attempt to complete what is incomplete within me. So I've never been loved. And that might make me very aggressive. Now that person just needs unconditional love. In my entire childhood, I was not given a priority. My siblings were given a priority. I was always second option, third option, which means I was never valued. Now that person needs to be a little valued. Because they have not been valued, they want to play a control drama and dominate everybody today. So you want to make a constructive difference to a human being, find out what is incomplete in their life. And there you can make a constructive difference. You want to make a constructive difference to your organization, find out what is being ignored or what is being swept under the carpet. Or are we not valuing what we are doing enough? As a company, if I can sell something for $100, am I selling it 90 because I'm scared? Then expand the minds of the decision makers and show them brilliant things is possible. So whatever is incomplete, whatever are the leaks, complete the incomplete and plug the leaks. You always can make a difference. I live with this belief that each one of us has the power to always make a difference. None of us are less, none of us are so powerless that we can't help. Each one of us, irrespective of who we are and where we are, we can help and we can make a difference. 100%. 100% कर सकते. Now my question is, what will make you say from today, no complaints? I mean, let's say if Gurmail has some complaints about the way government officers function. Let's say, for example, what can I do or what should you do by which you will say, from today, I won't complain about that at all? Making me accountable. Beautiful. Whom should you be accountable to? See, it's so simple and so brilliant, making me accountable. Just go ahead and make yourself accountable to somebody. It may be a little scary because now somebody else will have that eye on you, but it's for your good and benefit. So just go ahead and do it. Conquer your fear. Self-acceptance. Now, when you count your blessings, you see the good in you, you see the mountains you have overcome in your life, and all of us have overcome many challenges in life. You will be able to practice self-acceptance. Yes, greed also compels to complain. I want to live in the present moment. You can help us see perspective which we are not able to see. Absolutely, I can do that. How to recognize opportunity? By a lot of exploration and a lot of experiments. It's very difficult to say this is the opportunity which I have to grab as the mission of my life. Difficult. You see some possibility, go ahead and experiment. Go ahead and experiment. And as the experiment clicks, you will know, okay, this is what you want to do. Is it possible to stop complaining even when a situation gets better? There could be more as there are different 10%. Absolutely, Hanisha. Is it possible to stop complaining? Yes, it's possible to stop complaining. When situation becomes better, would there be different 10%? Absolutely. That's the rule of life. 90% plus 10% is equal to 90% plus 10%. Be a mentor for the rest of my life. Deepak, you remain active with me for the rest of my life. I'm here. What's important according to you? Among what things I didn't realize? Regular talk doses from you, Naren. Okay, Priyanka, join the family of Life School. Every Sunday you get a lot of dose. In fact, sometimes it's the entire pharmacy which is given to you, not just the dose. How to stop falling in the same habit? Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Ensure you have the right company of people and ensure you are in the company of smart people. See, all of you who want to lift yourself. Now I come towards the end of today's session. All of you who want to live a good life, all of you who want to have the ability to say, I love to have some fun and I will make a constructive difference. All of you who want to do that. Always meet people who are smarter than you. Have access to people who are smarter than you. Every week, I meet at least one person who is doing things which are very big and incredible. And in their company, I get to learn a lot and I understand there is so much that all of us has to do. So there are two ways in which you look at life. There are two planes in which you look at life. You always recognize there are millions of people compared to whose life my life is a blessing. And you always meet enough people compared to whose life I have not even begun in life. Meet these two kinds of people very regularly. So at one end, Bhavna should meet people who, let's say, have created a successful digital company 10 times bigger than hers. And ask them about the obstacles they had to overcome, the overwhelming feeling that they went through, the way they navigated the world of investors. What were their pits and downs when they felt like giving up everything and running away? When you understand their life story and you know that they were at the bottom, they were at the abysmals. And from there, they have created a company which is 10 times bigger than yours. Then you understand all this is a part of the journey. It's okay. And this is where we draw on our reserves. This is where we become determined. This is where we find solutions. So meet these kind of people. And all of us need that fresh dose. So that's why I met Vineet yesterday. Vineet was earlier director of finance in HSBC, then he went into KPIT, and now he's with Mindtree. And in 5 years' time, I can tell you, Vineet will become the CEO of at least a 5,000 crore company in India. And interesting to know, how does he deal with attrition today? What are they doing when they have to employ 5,000 engineers in less than a month's time? How do they do that? 5,000 people in less than 1 month's time. It's interesting to know how do they create budgets and what is their opinion of the world tomorrow. And I love these intellectual discussions with them. So I was asking him, what do you think would be the rate of Indian rupee in 3 to 5 years' time? Would it come down to 60, 62, 65 because so much dollars and so much money is flowing into India? Or would it go up to 80, 85, 90? And today it is around 73, 74. And Vinith immediately said, Naren anticipated to reach at least 100. Said, what? Why? How? So much money is coming into India. He said, yes, as prosperity comes, we will consume more and more oil, and so much of our money is about oil and defense. Money will come, but money will go out equally fast, if not more faster. So I'm anticipating Indian rupee to touch 100 rupees in times to come. And they expand your mind with another perspective. Now, whether the perspective is right or not, it forces you to analyze your logic of understanding of things in life. And then meet enough people who are much poorer than you. When you meet people who are a little less than you are, you can see your blessings and count your blessings. When you meet people who are higher than you are, you want to overcome that 10%. So when you meet these kinds of people, one kind of people compared to whom you realize, oh my God, I have so much in my 10%. And one kind of people for you to realize, if I overcome my 10%, this is people which shows even a 90%. I have so much. मैं किस चीज के लिए रो रहा है? These people have gone through bigger things than this. चलो आगे बढ़ो. If you don't meet these people, and equals of your house and probably 25 people at your world, then it will be difficult to stop complaining. That's why I tell everybody, meet people. Meet people. The 10, 12, 15 people with whom you interact on a daily basis is not enough for you to live a great life. You need to meet people much better than you for you to understand your 10% is insignificant. It can be overcome. And you need to meet enough people to understand how blessed you are because you have 90% in your life. Tell the children inside the classroom to stop complaining. Let us take a pledge, is what you tell all the children inside the classroom. Pledge. Okay, so let me share my screen with you about a pledge that we can take in the class. I want all of us to take this pledge for ourselves. No matter what, I will anchor myself on gratitude and overcome all the obstacles that life showers on me. No matter what, I will anchor myself on gratitude. No matter what. No matter what is the setback, no matter what is the pain, no matter what is the disappointment, no matter what is the hurt, no matter what is the loss, no matter what is the fear, no matter what, I will anchor myself on gratitude. And what is this gratitude? Gratitude is for 90% and how beautiful my life is. I'm not like Yogesh, 90% blind. I'm not like people in Afghanistan who are living life with so much fear. I'm not like the beggars on the road, which don't get a chance to go to school and learn. I'm not like that people on the platform where they have to stuff newspaper inside their clothes for them to ward off the cold of the night. यार अपने लाइफ में 90% बहुत है. In fact, if you and me are honest, some of you might say, Naren, in my life, the equation is 99% plus 1%. In my life, the 99% is going right. It's only 1% which is not going right. So, क्या issue? And it is this 1% which gives me the meaning, purpose, drive, goals, ambitions of my life. उसके बिना ऐसे भी मेरा life कैसा होगा? So I'm actually excited about overcoming the obstacles of my life. This should be the mindset that we have. I'm excited about overcoming the obstacles of my life. So the pledge says, no matter what, I will anchor myself on gratitude and overcome all the obstacles that life showers on me. I truly believe that we are blessed. I truly believe that all of us present over here are blessed. And to complete the session, we are going to show another slide and tell the kids, this is how you can increase your chances of success. This is how you can overcome the obstacles of your life. There will be 3 things which will help you. Education increases your chances of success by 75%. If 100 people get educated, 75 of them live a good life. The second thing is equally interesting. Getting things done increases your chances of success by 20%. You know what getting things done is about? Like I was saying, the senior IS officer tells the junior IS officer, don't come to me and complain, this is not okay, that is not okay. Just make a constructive difference wherever you can. I may not be able to make everything happen, but there are so many places where I can get things done. Today, we can't change the education system of our country, but we can definitely reach out to a few lakhs of children and help them to make a difference in their life. Getting things done, make things happen, get things done. Don't complain and say, ye nahi hai, iske liye nahi hua, usne cooperate nahi kiya, iske liye nahi hua. Get things done. It's a mindset. Ye kaam mere ko de do, I will make it happen. I will get it done. Getting things done increases your chance of success by 20%. And talent, it increases your chance of success by 5%. Now, if I have to rephrase this, out of 100 people who are talented, 5 of them become successful. 95 talented people, 95% talented people don't succeed. You may go to some restaurants and you might see people who can, let's say, play the flute brilliantly well. Brilliant in flute. And you wonder, क्या बांसुरी बजाता है यार, वो हरिप्रसाद चौरसिया इतना फेमस है, राकेश चौरसिया इतना फेमस है, ये फेमस क्यों नहीं है, कितना मस्त बजाता है. He has talent. But talent by itself can give you only 5% chance of success. Remo is not the only great dancer in our country. Shamak Dawar is not the only person who knows how to do modern dancing. You go to Bombay and you will be blown by the talent which is available. There are so many people with extraordinary voices, but not all of them succeed as much as Arjit Singh does. Talent, 5% chances, which means out of 100 people, 5 talented people will succeed, 95 won't. But along with talent, if you have the ability to get things done, your chance of success increases to 25%. Now, along with getting things done, if you're also educated, if you are qualified, if you have the technicals in place, now education does not only mean degrees. It's about every bit of knowledge which is required for you to do well there. My mother is highly educated in maintaining the house, taking care of the family, and cooking brilliant, nutritious food. She doesn't have qualifications. She's passed up to 10 second standard, but she's very educated. Now imagine a life where you have talent for what you do. You can get things done. And you have gone to the depth of a subject and you have control, mastery, grip on that subject. No power in the world can stop you from achieving your dreams. Will there be setbacks? Yes, there will always be a 10%. But you will have the ability to overcome that 10%. So always live your life with this conviction that I will be able to overcome the 10% of my life. Finally, you end the session by these 2 homeworks. We call this as celebrate the 90%. What is it that you're going to do? A, you are going to write a letter of gratitude for somebody who's made a huge difference in your life. Each one of us is going to write a beautiful letter of gratitude for somebody who's made a huge difference in your life. And 2, how about making this as the culture of your life? Do one selfless act every day. It can be appreciating a person who's doing sincere work, but nobody sees them. It can be offering help to people who are going through a crisis. It can be just calling a friend and say, hey, darling, thanks so much for being there in my life. Every day, one small selfless act can be done. And can we write a letter of gratitude to somebody who means the world to us? You do these 2, and you will find in the matter of days, you won't be able to complain. Now that you know that 10% will always be there as a part of your life, today's 10% won't shake you. It won't make you jittery. You know it is going to be there, and our work in life is to overcome them. Now that you know, you will begin by having some fun. So the 10% won't overwhelm you anymore. Now that you know, you just have to do some positive, constructive difference. You will find the weight of the negatives in life will not be a burden. You will start seeing the 10% not as a burden, but as an opportunity in your life. And this is the truth. The 10% is not a burden, but the 10% is the opportunity of life. 90% is great. All of us want a better life. How to make it better? Overcome the 10%. So I'm going to celebrate the 90% which is good. I'm also going to celebrate the 10% which is not good yet. Because that is where my greatness, my life's beauty lies. This is the truth, friends. God loves you. Hence, He's given you this beautiful life with 90% plus 10%. I love you too. Hence, we are having this session between us. Pass on your love to the children inside the classroom. Take the best session in KMM ever in your life in this session. When you walk inside the classroom to speak, you should go there with this conviction that 90% is great and 10% is meant to make me great. And with that conviction, take the session. For all that you know, you will save some lives inside the class, and you're giving today a formula to the children which they will remember forever. Imagine 20, 30, 40 years down the line, somebody gets a Bharat Ratna or one of those awards, Padma Shri. And at that time they say, you know, when I was in class 9 in my school, there was this person called Narendra Bothra who had come. And he taught us that day 90% plus 10% is equal to 90 plus 10. You will become a turning point in somebody's life. Have a great AC meeting. Prepare brilliantly well to transform your life. Prepare beautifully well for your mocks. Deliver an exceptional session inside the classroom.